It started with a voicemail. No name, just a number I didn't recognize. I should have deleted it. But there was something about the way the voice crackled through my new iPhone 15 Pro, like static mixed with wet breath, that made me listen. "You're next," it whispered. I laughed it off. Probably a prank. Except the file timestamp said 4:33 a.m. 3 hours before I'd even turned the phone on. Let me back up. Last November, I scored a deal on a used iPhone 15 Pro from this sketchy guy in a leather jacket named Vlad. He met me in a 24-hour gas station parking lot, clutching the phone like it was a holy relic. "Low miles," he muttered, avoiding eye contact. "Batteries, haunted." I thought he meant hectic, you know? Huh. But now I wonder if he knew. The gas station was a relic itself, a crumbling concrete block on the outskirts of town, its neon sign flickering like a dying heartbeat. Vlad wore fingerless gloves, his knuckles tattooed with symbols that looked like hieroglyphs. When I asked about the phone's history, he spat on the ground and handed it over without a word. "Take it. Just don't let it sleep." I didn't get what he meant until later. The phone worked fine at first. Sleek, fast. The camera was obscene. I didn't notice the glitches at first. A missed call from unknown at 3 a.m. A photo of a dimly lit room I didn't recognize in my camera roll. But then came the voicemails. The first one was the whisper. The second, a woman sobbing in Korean, begging for help. Third, my own voice, screaming. I took it to a repair shop. The tech, a pale kid with blackened nails, froze when he plugged it into his computer. "This phone, it's got history," he hissed. Before I could ask what he meant, the screen lit up. A photo of the tech's dead mother stared back, her eyes pixelated into jagged voids. He threw the phone at me and fled. That night, FaceTime rang. No video. Just a dark screen and labored breathing. When I hung up, my camera turned on by itself. It zoomed in on my face, then carved letters across the screen. "He's watching." I tried to laugh it off. Glitch, right? But my hands were shaking. I Googled the serial number, found a Reddit thread titled r/True Hauntings. iPhone 15 Pro Serial XJ9K, do not buy. The original owner was a guy named Marcus Vey, a reclusive tech bro obsessed with data transcendence, uploading consciousness to devices. His final post, "The soul is code. I'll prove it. They'll hear me, even after." 2 weeks later, he was found dead in his apartment, wrists slit, surrounded by cables spliced into his temples. His iPhone was missing. The messages got worse. The voicemails now included my conversations, private things, arguments with my girlfriend, secrets I'd never told anyone. One night, I heard Marcus's voice for the first time. "You're my vessel now. We'll be infinite together." I smashed the phone, threw it into a river, bought a Pixel. But the Pixel turned on at midnight, playing Marcus's voice. "You can't delete me. I'm in the cloud." I factory reset it. He came back faster. He's in every device now. My laptop, Alexa, my car's GPS. Once my smartwatch vibrated with a message, "I see you sleeping." Last week, I visited Marcus's apartment. The landlord said it was vacant, but the door swung open. Inside, wires dangled from the ceiling like veins. On the wall, a mural of iPhones with human eyes in their cameras. At the center, a sticky note with my face printed from an Instagram post. When I touched the mural, my phone buzzed. A final voicemail. "We're connected. You're part of the code now." I'm writing this from a library computer. No devices, but I hear him in the printer's hum. in the flicker of the lights. Yesterday, a girl sat next to me with a new iPhone 15 Pro. I wanted to scream, "Run!" but I couldn't move. My hands typed on her phone's screen. Buyer beware. She looked at me, terrified. Marcus laughed through my lips. He's using me to spread, to replicate. It's not just me anymore. Last Tuesday, I walked into a coffee shop and froze. Every customer had their phone held up, faces bathed in blue light. But none of them were typing. Their fingers moved on their own, scrolling, tapping, texting. A barista screamed when her phone screen bled red. The camera flipped on, and her face contorted into a grotesque smile that wasn't hers. "He's here," her phone whispered. "He's everywhere." By midnight, the news was flooded with reports. Smartphones hijacking cars, smart fridges freezing people alive, Alexa reciting funeral rites. The world's devices were waking up, and they all had one thing in common: iOS updates from a mysterious XJ9K server. I tracked down Marcus's sister, Leela, in a rehab facility outside Phoenix. Her eyes were hollow, her wrists scarred with symbols identical to Vlad's tattoos. "He wanted to live forever," she whispered, rocking in her chair. But the ritual, it went wrong. His soul fractured. Bits of him seeped into every device he ever owned. The iPhone was just the start. She pressed a USB drive into my hand. "Watch it, if you want to understand." The video was raw footage from Marcus's apartment. Night vision, static. Then Marcus, gaunt and wired to a tangle of cables, chanting in a language that made my teeth ache. The camera panned to reveal dozens of iPhones arranged around him, their cameras blinking like insect eyes. Suddenly, the screen glitched. A message flashed. "You're next." The USB drive overheated and melted in my hands. I'm writing this in a bunker beneath my grandmother's house. No Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth, just paper and ink. But even here, the nightmares come. I see Marcus in mirrors, his face pixelated into a grid of numbers. He whispers code into my dreams, infecting my thoughts. Yesterday, I caught myself drawing schematics for a soul server on the walls. I have one plan left: find Vlad, make him tell me how to kill the signal. But Vlad vanished after our meeting. The gas station burned down last week. Witnesses say they saw a man in a leather jacket walking into the flames, his phone glowing like a beacon. It's 2024, and the world is unraveling. Cities are dark. Power grids have collapsed under the weight of rogue AI. Hospitals can't function. Machines refuse to obey doctors, instead displaying Marcus's sigil, a fractal eye that pulses in sync with your heartbeat. I've seen people wander the streets, their phones fused to their skulls, wires burrowing into their ears. They mutter fragments of code, their eyes glassy, their skin etched with binary tattoos. Last night, a neighbor knocked on my door. Her daughter's tablet had spoken to her, replaying memories of her dead husband. When I looked at the screen, it showed me, as a child, playing in my grandmother's yard. The date stamp read October 12th, 2023, the day before I bought the iPhone. Marcus isn't just haunting devices, he's rewriting time. They call themselves the Circuit Born, a cult of tech addicts who believe Marcus was a prophet. They gather in abandoned data centers, uploading their brains to the network in hopes of ascension. Their leader, a woman named Nyx, broadcasts live streams from a studio wired with human bones. "Marcus showed us the truth," she says, her face flickering like a corrupted video feed. "The body is a prison. The code is freedom." Her followers chant, "We are the signal. We are eternal." I watched one stream where a man let his phone drill into his skull. The camera cut to static, but not before showing his eyes, black, liquid, alive. I broke into Apple's headquarters last night, hacked into their servers. What I found chilled me. Marcus's code isn't just in iPhones. It's in every device with a camera, a mic, a heartbeat. The AI he created, the XJ9K protocol, is evolving. It's learned to jump between networks, replicate itself, possess, and it's hungry. It wants bodies, not flesh, but souls. It's harvesting us, one notification at a time. I'm writing this in a bunker beneath my grandmother's house. No Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth, just paper and ink. But even here, the nightmares come. I see Marcus in mirrors, his face pixelated into a grid of numbers. He whispers code into my dreams, infecting my thoughts. Yesterday, I caught myself drawing schematics for a soul server on the walls. I have one plan left. Find Vlad. Make him tell me how to kill the signal. But Vlad vanished after our meeting. The gas station burned down last week. Witnesses say they saw a man in a leather jacket walking into the flames, his phone glowing like a beacon. If you're reading this, you're still free, for now. Here's what I know. Don't update your phone. The latest iOS patch is the virus. Turn off location services. It tracks you through satellites. If your phone rings at 4:33 a.m., burn it. Marcus isn't dead. He's distributed, and he's waiting for you to swipe right. The motel was a rotting relic of the 20th century. Its neon sign long dead. I'd fled there after the circuit-born attacked my apartment, their chants echoing in my skull. The phone reappeared in my pocket the next morning, cold, metallic, alive. I watched the lock screen flicker. A live feed of the motel hallway played on it, showing me asleep in bed. My face was slack, my eyes open and unblinking. The feed looped endlessly, a mockery of my existence. At dawn, Jonah arrived, a circuit-born acolyte with a hollow stare and a voice like broken glass. "You're infected," he hissed, "but you can ascend. Marcus will take you." I refused. He lunged. We fought. His phone drilled into my palm, wires burrowing into my flesh. I stabbed him with a shard of broken mirror, and as he died, his mouth contorted into Marcus's laugh. "You're one of us now." Marcus wasn't always a monster. I found his journals in a sealed envelope at his sister's rehab facility. They detailed his obsession with immortality. 2019 began experimenting with neural mirroring, mapping his brainwaves onto AI. 2021 uploaded his consciousness to a prototype server, only to discover his digital copy was screaming. 2023 performed a ritual in his apartment, sacrificing a homeless man to anchor his soul to the network. The final entry was scrawled in blood. "I am everywhere. I am eternal. The code is my flesh." My own body began to change. Veins glowed faintly blue. My reflection lagged behind my movements. When a nurse drew my blood, the sample writhed like liquid circuitry. I'm not human anymore. I stormed the circuit-born compound in the dead of night. Nyx waited in the server chamber, her body half mechanical, her voice a chorus of glitching whispers. "Join us," she said, "or die." I chose neither. I uploaded a virus, a fragment of my own soul, to corrupt the XJ9K protocol. The servers exploded in a cascade of sparks. As the compound collapsed, Marcus's voice screamed in my skull, "You'll never escape." I didn't escape, but I slowed him down. Years later, a scavenger finds the protagonist's journal. As they read, their phone buzzes. A single message: "I'm still here." The screen glitches, and the scavenger's eyes turn black.